Okay. Law of sines is A over the sine of A equals B over the sine of B equals C over the sine of C. The difference in today and what we've been doing is today we will not use a right triangle. We will use a regular triangle. What?
No, they're every triangle is a right triangle.
I've started to like right triangles. Really? It's
Well,
like decided. Yes.
Sorry. Sorry.
Answers that I know.
Oh, they're not going to give me a picture of one that's not a right triangle. Oh, here. Yeah.
That's really helpful.
How's that? Is that big enough?
It's probably second.
All right. I'm learning. A, B, and C. Okay. Angles are always capital letters. The sides opposite the angle is the same letter, only in little letter. So if this is angle A, this is side A. If this is angle B, this is side B. Angle C, side C. We are going to use information given and law of sines to solve triangles. What does solve triangles mean?
Find all the spots.
Find all the what? The stuff. Find all the stuff. Okay. I'll go along with that. So, you ready to work a problem? Okay. Do you have this, all this formula and its picture written down where I can turn the page?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see law of sines is pretty easy to remember?
Yeah.
So it's not like I gave you this huge ugly formula to remember. All right. So, if I tell you that B is 70 degrees, C is 48 degrees, and by the way, as I graded your papers from the other day, angles are degrees. And I will tell you on the test, I will count it wrong if it's not marked degree. So get in the habit on your paper, okay? If it's an angle, it's degrees. And let me see here. B is 15. The directions say solve the triangle. Round sides to 1 decimal place. All right? Now, what am I missing first?
The other
What? Which would be angle A?
Yeah.
What is angle A?
62 degrees.
62 degrees. Do you all agree? Now, what side would you like to find?
A and C.
A and
Yeah.
C.
Oh, yeah.
Can we find A first?
Sure.
So what is I'll do it again. A over the sine of 62 equal to 15 over the sine of 70. Is that right? How do I solve a proportion? Isn't that a proportion? Two fractions equal? Cross multiply. Right? So A sine of 70 equals 15 sine of 62. Is that right? What am I dividing by? So what is side A. $14.1? I want everybody to answer. Did everybody get 14.1?
Yep.
Okay. So right, I just want to make sure everybody's getting it put in their calculator correctly. Because if you can't get it here, you're not going to get it on your homework. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to put A is 14.1. Now, what am I missing? Angles or side C?
Yeah.
So I can set it up. And guys, I am not going to use side A because I just found that and rounded it. All right? So C over the sine of 48 is equal to 15 over the sine of 70. Is that right? So C sine of 70 equals 15 sine of 48. What is C? That's not what I got.
11.9.
I put the wrong number in. Never mind. Put 18 instead of 15. 11.9.
11.9?
Yeah.
Did everybody get that? Now, these are my answers. Are these my answers? No, that's given. I don't need to grade what the book gave me. I only want to grade what you found. Right?
Yeah.
Help me out a little bit here. And by the way, guys, that was an angle side angle, which you didn't like. You didn't want to know about geometry. It didn't affect us at all, did it? Actually, sorry, that was a angle side. Side angle. How about we do an angle side angle? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Angle A is 33 degrees. Angle B is 112 degrees. Side C is 16. Round to 1 decimal place. How do I set it up? Or what should I find first?
C.
Angle C. And I'm going to tell you, one of the hardest things is telling if it's a side or an angle. Because C's, little c's and big C's, look just alike, except they're sides. So you're going to be able to tell because a side does not have a degree sign. Right? Angle C does. So what is angle C? You all agree?
Yep.
35 degrees. Now, what would you like to find first?
Side A.
Let's go B. I want to find B first.
You want to find B first?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do it?
B
equals.
over sine
Yeah, B over sine.
of
Equals
16 over
16 over sine 35.
Yep.
Well, science isn't too hard, is it? And I'll bet you already have it memorized. I'm going to let you work it out and tell me what B is.
25.9. It's all spread.
25.9? What am I missing now? A? So I have 16 over the sine of 35 equals A over the sine of 33. Do you agree?
Oh, you can do that. Yes.
I can do what?
I don't know. The C equals A. I was doing.
Well, I need to do the one that was given. Remember, don't use the one you found if you can help it.
$15.2.
15.2? Is that my answers? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
The only difference is we now have triangles that are not right. Right? But we're still using sine, and tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. It won't be tomorrow, it will be, no, it won't be Monday, because I know what's going to come Monday and Tuesday. Probably next week, 2 weeks from today.
Oh, that's assuming we're back then.
No, it's even if we're not, it's not.
We still have to do it?
Yeah. Class online.
Oh, I really didn't want to take your class online.
Well, so far we're hanging in there, so doing
You just
good.
like secretly meet up somewhere, like behind the RVs. And just do that. That'd be so cool.
You can just sit in here and we'll all just sit in the hallway and listen to you speak.
Yeah. You like sneak us in.
You're bored. We're gonna sit like
Well, and you know, that's the thing is, that's what I was told. Well, just use your camera. As long as they can hear you, it doesn't matter if they can see what you're writing. And I'm like, oh, you can't do this class without seeing what I'm writing. You have to be able to see what it looks like. So it'll be fun if it goes, because right now you probably won't be able to see me if we go that way, but I have it set up where you can see the smartboard.
So if we did go online, would you like teach it here or would you teach it like at home?
Well, right now, teachers are declared essential workers,
Nice.
which means that if there's a shutdown, teachers can still go to work, so I can teach it from here. Last spring, I had to teach from home, and I set up a camera I set this stack of books, and I set my iPad on the stack of books, and I had to turn it upside down, so I had to make sure I did everything in the iPad upside down. So it would look at what I was doing, and then I would write where they could see everything I was writing. And then I would record it and send it to all my students. So even that was better than
Let's just look at
just hearing it.
Didn't you do online
Yeah, and that's what I did. I did classes, I gave them, and then we met 2 or 3 times a week on a Google Meet for questions. So, we good with this?